So the last 2 days we've had over an inch of rain. It's just been raining on and off, on and off. I don't see a break in the rain anytime soon. So I'm gonna come down here behind the house. The grass is a little bit longer, a little bit wetter, a little bit thicker, and we're gonna see what this Scag Patriot will do in tall, wet, thick grass. So I'll cut this part and then we'll move around to the other side. So I definitely ended up getting some clumping. The stripes still show up pretty well on this wet grass. Still got some clumping. I'm gonna take you over here to what I thought was the worst of it. This was pretty bad. This was my turnaround spot. We've got a fair amount of clumping going on here. It spread it out fairly evenly over the surface of the grass. Now I'm going to approach this from what I would for you pro guys, you commercial guys. I'm gonna approach this from this standpoint. This area down here, as wet as it was and as tall as this grass was, this is about as bad as I would expect you guys to ever have to deal with your weekly or bi-weekly customers. This was really thick, really wet grass. I couldn't imagine a weekly or a bi-weekly customer having grass this tall. Now, I do want to say, I know that a lot of you guys do one-time cuts, one-time yard cleanups with really, really thick, tall grass. Those are I would assume rare instances. But for the weekly or the bi-weekly customer, this is about as bad as you guys are ever going to see as far as tall, thick, wet grass. I wouldn't imagine you're cutting this on a regular basis. So the clumping you see here is not going to be a common thing for you pro guys. Now, for guys that like me, that are just cutting a big piece of property, I would expect that you would allow yourselves some time for this grass to dry out before you came down here and cut stuff like this, or you would be cutting it more regularly so it wasn't as tall and thick and as wet as this stuff is out here. So like I say, this is probably about as bad as you could expect. You'll see this grass over here. Some of this grass out here in the middle was as tall as this here, but I'm not going to cut this with the mower. As you can see, this is stuff that I cut with the shredder. There are big chunks of sticks out here that I'll run over with the shredder, but I won't run that stuff over with my mower. So I'll come down here, I'll mow this stuff with the tractor. But this stuff out here, like I said, this is about as bad as I would expect you guys to be cutting on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. So I'm gonna cut the rest of this stuff, and then we're gonna head back up to the house. I mean, you can see it is just soupy out here. How much mud and grass is in the tires. It's really nasty. But really testing the mower today to see what this thing is capable of in the thick, wet stuff. In fact, you can still see the water drops on all this grass out here. So that's how wet it is. That it's still, ground's super saturated. The grass is still holding water all over it. So I just have to show off how distinct the stripes are from up here at the house on that nice wet grass. So wet grass definitely stripes better than the dry grass that I've been cutting most of the summer. But yeah, I just wanted to show that off.